intervention which we started. PD Chonnamari, it's a good start by giving a personal experience, is able to reflect what is really happening in the field. In fact, this is what is across the country, across the community, this is a challenge. This is be scientifically studied as a global burden of disease, where more than 70% of the mortality is due to non-communicable disease. Around 60-65% of your morbidity is still for the non-communicable disease. Non-communicable disease, though we started focusing much on hypertension and diabetes through our MTM, Makkale Thedi Marthuvam, this is another area, third biggest area, which we are concentrating now. We already started organized cancer screening program where the three major problems are touched upon. Cancer breast, cancer cervix and oral cancer is being touched upon, which is relatively different from what was previously. See, previously when TNHSP 1 was there, we are all there as an opportunity screening where who and all walk into our health centers, were screened and given treatment and whatever needed. Now we have gone proactively, go for an active screening where we have enlisted each and everyone in that particular locality, send a personal invite, see to that they are all come back for screening, confirmation and further management, whatever it is. In fact, what Akiko and Naomi has done to make everyone here before 9:45, this is what we call it as a nudging, nagging, all those things, they will do it, see the things are happening. In fact, this is what the lessons we learned from them. See, if this is the objective, we should take all your efforts, see to that things are happening. See, we should not wait for the symptoms to come. Before symptom, most of them will be not willing for screening, but it is our duty to do whatever measures we can, repeat it, call, recall, whatever you want to do it, but see to that they are here. Once if you are able to do it, definitely we can do it. So, the second colorectal cancer is the what which you are trying to take it now. If already developed countries, this is it's in the third or fourth place among all the cancers. But with the lifestyle modification, with the increasing age, we will also land up in that place. Already India is in 9th or 10th place and Tamil Nadu slowly progressing in colorectal cancer toward the 4th place. But with the aging population, with the changing lifestyles, definitely we are also going to face it. The challenges which we anticipate is that existing signs and symptoms are very vague or undifferentiable. Pain, bleeding, discomfort, this will have for many other problems. Mostly, we'll just see to that it is normal. Particularly when it is happening in the elderly, we still tend to live it. And most of the time when we diagnose as per the cancer institute where Swaminathan sir is there, more than 60% of the cases in colorectal, we diagnose only in the stage 3 and 4. We have a tool to diagnose. We have a very good measures to treat them. But unfortunately, by the time they learn, human suffering, the cost of treatment is also going to be poor. And also the outcome which we expect is also going to be poor. சீக்கிரம் பண்றதால பெனிஃபிட் பேஷண்ட்டுக்கு இருக்கு, எக்கனாமியும் இருக்கு, அவுட்கமும் நல்லா இருக்கும். பட் அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி சின்ஸ் வி ஆர் நாட் ஃபோக்கஸிங் ஆன் early diagnosis, most of the efforts which you are taking are it's only a palliative treatment. இதை மாற்றணும்னா only way is that we need to do an early diagnosis. And இதுல one more gender issue also which we anticipate. In the common symptoms when it is happening in a woman, we tend to hide it. And the chinna stigma kaga, we will not even come out at the earlier stage. So this also another thing which we need to focus. In fact, the workshops which they are planning, the entire aspect they are planning to concentrate. See, basic symptoms, signs, then with the input from all the experts available, let us try to do some little bit of risk scoring. How we can focus on the most probable person will be suffering. See, the ideal when in the Western countries, fix an appointment, do a colonoscopy for each and everyone, but that may not be practically possible for us at this situation. எல்லாரையும் வர வைக்கிறதும் கஷ்டம், அவ்வளோ எக்ஸ்பர்ட்ஸும் கிடையாது, and doing it may not be an resource sensitive decisions. But how to pick up those persons who will have a more chance of getting this by some little bit of scoring, which we need your help. If you're able to do it, definitely we can do it. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து எல்லா டெஸ்ட்டும் பண்ணணுமா இல்லை செட்டன் டெஸ்டோட நிறுத்திக்கலாமா? இன்ஃபேக்ட் வி வேர் அ டிஸ்கஷன் அபவுட் டூயிங் எ பெரட்டல் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் பை எ PHCMO. Yes, it is one of the decisions, though I had certain reservation. The way in which we can do a PR in a PHC setup, or the skill the medical officer will have able to pick up those cases, it's remaining a challenge. But still, we can discuss with all experts whether we can do it or we will have other alternatives. So still our old occult blood examination could be still a better tool, or that can be refined further. Now we can able to pick up DNA antigen for HPV. Why not in the similar way? Or we can even pick up the cells, the cancer cells from the stool itself. There are so many other artificial intelligence come. We can able to pick up, diagnose earlier also. These are the multiple options available. So with this, if you are able to advance our diagnosis, this is the big thing which you can do it. Why again it's very critical is that our elderly population is increasing. The elderly population, particularly living alone without much social security, is a big challenge. And particularly the ratio of women or over age or elder or more. இது மூணுமே இட்ஸ் a big risk factors. நம்ம risk factors நிறைய இருந்தாலும் நம்ம வழக்கமாக பண்ணுற இன்ஃபெக்ஷியஸ் கேட்டுக்கோ both infectious or cancerous, precancerous, polyps, ulcerative colitis, இது எல்லாம் இருந்தாலும் if you are able to give some protection or early diagnosis, they can able to recover. And இன்னொரு விஷயம் which we want to say is that this is not only to identify a protocol or SOP. See, அதுக்கப்புறம் the entire end-to-end measure we want to do it. So we need to create an awareness at a public community level in such a way that there is a demand generation. See, நம்ம supply side develop பண்றது ஒரு aspect, but the similar way we should have a demand generation in such a way that people will come forward for the screening. So அதுக்கு தான் we'll develop certain IEC which they will field test it, they will give it, we'll also pilot it in the course. அதுக்கப்புறம் everyone in the sector, right from your volunteer, healthcare worker, medical officer or the experts, we need to align the way in which we'll operate. A standard SOP, standard protocol, the standard training need assessment, how you can train it. All these things are part of it. But once you பண்ணிட்டோம்னா all your existing diagnostics or a treatment is completely freely available in our system. With the ECM insurance scheme, definitely most of the care, most of the interventions which we need to do it, it can be done. And finally, as said by our project directors there, in this assembly announcement, this cancer management mission is being pushed forward. It will cover the entire spectrum of events. With this, definitely we can do it. And treatment, we had a little bit of discussion on whether we will screen and treat directly or whether you need one more intervention to confirm in between before treating. See, all this based on the risk scoring or all this based on the SOP which you plan and also your experience in field, how we can do it. This is another area which we want your input. And finally, we'll document it. It's a good start. And this is a big problem which is emerging. You are all the first people to involved in this. Please involve fully yourself. And the entire government under the PDET NHSP is willing to support this very good mission. Thank you very much for all of you to joining. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.